It's been more than a year since New York City, to me, has felt normal. But now, as I'm walking through Times Square on this June 6th, 2021, finally things seem to be getting back to normal levels. People are out and about in the streets. Times Square is full again. So let's wander around Manhattan and see how New York City is coming back to normal and just enjoy the beautiful sights on this gorgeous Sunday in June. I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist, and let's walk around and explore the great city of New York. So hello everyone, I'm Ariel, and Times Square is looking back to normal, which I'm very curious to walk around a little bit and enjoy it. Let me know where you're watching from, and let me know, what do you miss most about New York City? I know I have people watching from many places all around the world, so what do you miss most about New York City? Joe says I need to walk off that meal from yesterday. Indeed I do have to walk off that meal from yesterday. Indeed I do. Hope you like it hot, says Valerie. Yes, I do. It's 91 degrees Fahrenheit here in New York City. It is scorching hot here today. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I love the summer, personally, so I always feel comfortable in hot weather. We have a band here playing. Hey, Miguel, nice to see you here. Diana, you're loving the shirt. I'm so glad. The steps are closed currently. They close every once in a while for maintenance. It's a Christian band over here.
And behind you, and beside you, all around you, and within you. He is with you, He is with you, in the morning, in the evening, in your coming, and you're going, in your weeping and rejoicing. He is for you, 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 He is for you.
That's beautiful.
Amen.
Amen indeed. All right, let's continue walking around. So they do not appear to be a normal busker who just sets up in the middle of the street, but it seems like they are organized with the Times Square Alliance. And usually these squares nowadays in New York City have been working with musicians to provide some free entertainment in public. Hey Cindy, nice to see you here. Hello Lynn, hello Wendy, hello Fatima, hello Valenti. Kumbaya, indeed, kumbaya. Fancy, nice to see you here. Hello Action Kid. Fancy, this is your first time watching a live video from me. Oh, welcome. Nice to have you here. Glad you're tuning in. How was the Filipino food? It was very good. It was awesome hanging out with all those amazing content creators. Hey Cartier. Hello Ramiro. There's no place like home, says, I finally see your live feed from Minneapolis. I'm so glad you're able to tune in live again. Welcome. Been hearing a lot about you, says Fancy. I'm so glad, Fancy. Hope all good things. Bringing it back to perspective. Says amen. Yes, indeed, indeed. Hello, Liriam from Israel. Nice to see you here. Makayam. I miss great food, says Lynn. Oh, Lynn, I hope you get access to great food once again here in New York City. Hey, Trisha, it's such a beautiful day here today. It really is. Here's the grading, yep. Still emits a ominous sound. Technically not real subway grates, they are a sound installation. Installed in 1977. Wait, we're in Times Square, says S Fields? Indeed we are. We are in Times Square. We're in the thick of it. As the English language expression goes. This guy's IMing as well. I'm coming in tomorrow, so excited, says Tony. I'm so glad, Tony. Hello, Teresa. You missed me. Oh, Teresa. Well, I've been going live quite a bit. A little bit less now that I'm back in New York.
Have a good day, Bonnie. Thank you, Daddy.
Hey, Ali, nice to see you here. Hello, Kenya. Welcome. Diana, you're in the UK. I hope to go to the UK soon. Can you call your Prime Minister and tell him to open it up for American tourists already? Thank you, Diana. Okay, let me know if you can do that. Any of the UK viewers out there, please call your Prime Minister and ask him to open up passage from America to UK once again. Hey, Ali, nice to see you here. Kenya, welcome. That's a big teddy bear. Call you on Earth Cam feed, says AR. AR, I'm so glad you did. That's so awesome. Caught me well. Let's cross the street. So, it's getting almost back to normal. Janice says, call Boris indeed. Hey, Diana, will try my best. I'm glad Diana from the UK will try her best to contact good old Boris. Convince him to open up the borders again. Hey, Lisa, nice to see you here. It's quite busy here. It looks normal. It does look normal. So, well, normal would still be about 20 to 30% more people. So if you see my older videos of Times Square, I've done Times Square many times in the past 5 years. Right around June is when you start getting almost no capacity walking on the sidewalk. It gets way too full with people. Hey, Janice says it's semi-normal. Indeed it is. Audie says, I tried contacting Boris for you. Thank you so much, Audie, for giving it a good try. If Boris does not work, please call the Queen. Please call the Queen. I would highly appreciate it. Because I love New York, but I really want to go to UK. Hey, Errol. Thank you so much for the live stream. You're making me homesick right now. I definitely miss the energy of the city. I feel you on that. It's a beautiful energy. There's always great hustle and bustle and lots of things happening here in this city. Always filled with life. Have you ever tried watching The Wizard of Oz with the Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd? Ruby, indeed I have. Indeed I have. I have done so, and done so under the influence. It's great in the UK, says Audi. I'm glad you think so. New York City is a very comfortable city. It really is. I agree. It is a beautiful, comfortable city. There's always something to do in New York City, says Fancy. Yes, I agree. Even just walking around and kind of just enjoying the sights. You know, one thing we may take for granted as New Yorkers is how easy and comfortable it is to truly walk in most areas of Manhattan and Brooklyn and Queens also. You know, most areas in New York City is just very pleasant to walk around. You don't really need to avoid too many neighborhoods here in Manhattan as you're strolling around. So you can easily, comfortably get lost, wander aimlessly. That's what we're doing today, so feel free to ask me any questions that you're curious about New York City. Michelle says shout out. Shout out, Michelle, to Good Morning America, your left. Yes. Over here. Hoy está caliente, dice Kenia. It's very hot, yes. Muy caliente hoy. 91 grados, bastante caluroso. 91 degrees. And it's pretty damn hot. Hello from Denver. Hello, Israel. Nice to see you here. AR, thank you so much for a $2 super chat. Thank you, AR. Appreciate it. You sound from Venezuela, says Ricky. That is actually a very good ear that you have there. It's because Venezuelans sound very similar to Puerto Ricans. I am Puerto Rican myself. So, todo está bien chévere. Always what Venezuelans say as well. They opened up a Taco Bell here in the middle of Times Square, ladies and gentlemen. My stomach is not yet up to par because I did suffer from a stomach virus in Mexico, coming back from Mexico City. So I would stop at Taco Bell, but let me know, maybe in a few days, once I get a little back to normal, do you want to see Taco Bell? Since we visited Mexico, do you want to see what is a perverse version of Mexican food? Let me know. Hey, nice to see you here. Welcome. Live. Whoa, the views are amazing. Indeed they are. So let's linger here too much. Dinden says go to Taco Bell. That Taco Bell sells beer. Oh, they do? That's interesting. Oh, selfie moment. We got the fancy Starbucks here. I remember this Starbucks used to be packed to the brim with people. I remember coming here one day, Times Square, middle of July, coming with a family that was coming in from Puerto Rico, and we wanted to grab a quick coffee, a quick drink, and this was looking like a nightclub, like Studio 54 on a Friday night. It was packed to the very brim with people. You cannot find an empty space inside here. And now, Starbucks lays empty. The apocalypse has truly come. No stomach trouble in Mexico? Yes, but it was exactly when I came back. But that can happen anywhere around the world. And with every experience, one learns. Hey, Diana, for the Hydration Fund. Yes, Diana is supporting the Hydration Fund. Hydration is very important when it comes to walking around. So thank you so much, Diana, for supporting some good hydration. I gotta get myself a good bottle of water soon. Let's see, what is the experience of buying a bottle of water on the street? Let's experience that. Let's see if we find someone yelling, cold water, cold water, cold water, cold water, cold water. Sometimes they yell so fast you have no idea what they're saying. It just sounds, go. They're saying cold water. Let's mute as we past these hip-hopper guys. Ali says In the Heights. Yeah, that's a huge poster for In the Heights, which was a musical written originally for Broadway, or for the stage, by Lin-Manuel Miranda and his book writer, who was Kiara, but I don't know her last name, Quiñones maybe? It's a really, really great musical, one of my favorite musicals ever. It's the musical I relate to the most, growing up in New York City as a Puerto Rican, surrounded by a lot of other Latin Americans, including Dominicans as well, and listening to salsa mixed with hip-hop. It's just touches my heart, so I can't wait to see the movie. It comes out later this week on HBO Max and in theaters. And I might be visiting Washington Heights to show it to you. And show you a little bit how the real neighborhood looks like from what you're gonna see in the film. Ramiro, you bought some Ariel detergent last week. I'm so glad. Hey, AR, send $5 more. Thank you so much, AR. Appreciate you. Thank you for the $5 extra. My 7-year-old son was singing. This is really good, great music, says Saren. Oh, was he referring to the music I was playing? That was J Train Vibes from the Urbanist original. From Urbanist Coffee Break. All right, I got mute again. So this is the Shake Shack, the new Shake Shack that just opened up here. And I'm a bit shocked that they opened it up here inside this public area. This tiny kind of public park carved into the street. Fascinating. And right next to it is a restaurant, but I don't know what the restaurant is called. They just have that symbol. This is a really, really well done park now. This is amazing. Hey, Janet says, check out Cheryl Wills on New York One today. She interviewed Lin-Manuel Miranda, the writer of Hamilton and In the Heights, and his father. That's so awesome. That's really cool. A bench test, says Wendy. You want to see how these benches are? All right. I can squeeze in a little bench test. I can squeeze it in. All right, let's sit down. Let's see how this bench is. All right, so here we have a wooden bench. Doesn't already look too optimistic, but the scenery is nice though. Oh, it's hot. Oh my god, this is a hot bench. It's because it's out in the bright sun. Not really comfortable. I am a huge critic of this type of bench, and I'll show you why. They're so uncomfortable. The base is not so bad. It's nice to have some wood, but this, I hate this. You know why? Because you sit down and you know, it's not comfortable. Your parts, your everything just like kind of settles in uncomfortably. It's so very uncomfortable. I hate these ridges that they do in these new benches. Horrible bench. But there's no bird poo, and it's right next to a nice trade shack, which is nice. So I would give this bench a... I don't like it at all. I would... Just because of the scenery, I would give it a 4.1. It's a 4.1 bench, just because of the scenery. Bring your own pillow for that bench, yes. Yes. Bring your own upholstery for that bench, because you're going to need it. It did not hit the benchmark, Andrew. Yep, that's right, Andrew. They don't want you getting too comfortable. Yep, they do not. They, the ominous they, is the New York City government. It's too straight. Yep, also too straight, the actual backside as well. If it ain't gonna slant, ain't a place to really feel nice located. Valenti, nice to see you here. Hello, Katka, welcome. So here now we're passing through 6th Ave, which is also known as Avenue of the Americas. So Avenue of the Americas down there. S-Field says not made for vertebrae, right? Not made for vertebrae. What park is this in front of me? Ooh, Ludo, great question. All right. Many of you have been watching for a long time, or you're huge fans of New York as well. Let me know, what park is this that we're approaching right now? And hello, Daryl, nice to see you here. Valenti wants some pizza so bad. Valenti is watching from Mexico City. There is one good pizzeria in Mexico City. I really enjoyed Pizza Felix. Really great pizzeria. So yes, this is Bryant Park. One of the best views in New York City. Do we have any new viewers watching today? Ask Kay. Yes, if you're new, write in the comments, say, hey, I'm new. Ah, we got, speaking of Mexico, we have some Mexican souvenirs. They made this look very nice with the stage. I love this new stage. Stage used to have this kind of, like, it looked like metal, but now they have this wood furnishing on it. That is gorgeous. Oh yeah, Bryant Park, good job. So here they usually do like free Broadway events where they like the Broadway stars come here and sing famous songs from their production. I'm not sure if that's happening right now. I hope it's resumed soon. And they also have a movie event. They used to have a movie event every Monday night. I hope that also resumes soon. Maureen says, I'm not new, my best to you. Hey, no, Maureen, thank you so much for tuning in. We wish we could travel this year, but travel's still scary for me, Irene. Oh, no worries, Irene. No worries. Yeah, I hope things get a little bit more comfortable. Nothing is going to upstage that, says Andrew. Indeed. Great pun, Andrew. Indeed. It's not. Nothing's going to upstage this wood furnishing. And look who we have here. Who's this guy? Name that building. If you grew up in the 1990s, you might remember Pokemon aired on the WB, at least here in New York City. And they had a game where they would show one of the Pokemon in silhouette and they would say, name that Pokemon. And then after the commercial break is when they would reveal it. So I have the New York City version, or the urbanist version. Name that building. Ricky is new. Hey Ricky, nice to see you here. S Fields got it correct. One World Trade Center? No, not One World Trade Center. That's Alley. Great guess. It kind of has a similar architectural style. But no, this is, as S Fields said, One Vanderbilt. One Vanderbilt, right over here. The new skyscraper to join the ranks of New York City's mega tall structures. It has a new observation deck as well, with elevators that are outdoors, exposed, so it looks like you're floating in the air above New York City. It's kind of crazy. I cannot wait to go up there. I think it opens up fairly soon. Esfield says, in my opinion, one of the most intriguing buildings recently built. Yes, I agree. So stay tuned, because we're gonna go closer to it and see the public park built right next to it. Irene, it's One Vanderbilt. One. It's a Wonkavator, yes. Yes, similar to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
I have a blanket as well. I should like.
Every time I hear a British accent walking around New York City, or an Irish one, I'm like, damn you. Why can you come over here, but I can't go over there? Ah. Someone call Boris and the Queen ASAP. Ireland, please call your teddy bear prime minister, very cute, cuddly prime minister that you have. Please call him up. Tell him Ariel needs to get there ASAP. Let's see what new shops are here. They're putting more and more permanent shops. There used to be a few kiosks, but now there's a lot more, and this is nice. Wendy says, feel for you. Smooth Pops. This basically used to be the only kiosk here. Joe Coffee, still good. Highly recommend it. Cheese boat. Oh wow, they have allowed a lot more places here. Now we have a crepe cafe. Joe says the Queen is sitting right next to you. So Joe, please speak with her. Kay says, I'll have a chat with the Irish PM tomorrow. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. He seems like a nice guy, so I think he'll listen. I wonder whether they'll open up here. Matt says, really, One Vanderbilt is taller than Empire State Building? It is indeed taller than the Empire State Building, yes. Cute background music. Yeah, it's I think it's an ice cream truck behind us. Andrew, I live in the UK and you do not want to visit. It's full of flying pigs. Okay. Shiny says that's our president who's cuddly area. Oh, sorry, prime minister. Okay. You got the terms mixed up. Thank you so much. He's a president. Thank you. How hot is it here? 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey, Geeky Gimp, is the library open yet? Let's investigate. Let's go in front. Let's see if it's open. I'm not sure. I think it might be open for research purposes or for professional purposes, but I don't think it's open up touristically yet. But let's see. Hey, B. Griffin. Oh yeah, it's nice and warm today. People are here sunbathing. It's too dang hot. Susie. Susie, welcome to New York City summer. You probably know this all very well. 3 months of scorching temperatures. Cynthia says, looked at the one Vanderbilt glass elevator and it's scary. Yeah, oh yeah. It is not for the faint of heart, I think. I am 100% hyped to go, but yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. Susie says, yes, 3 long months. Hey, tell us something, says Hoff. Hoff is watching on Twitch. Hoff, I do not speak on these videos. These are quiet videos for contemplation. It's like a monastery while walking around. So, shh. Hoffman, shh. Don't speak too loud. Susie says we meditate in these videos. Indeed we do. So the cafe is open. BP Cafe, Bryant Park Cafe. So Nightbot saying it says 92 degrees Fahrenheit. B. Griffin says Nightbot still thinks it's CDMX. No, I have it as New York City. Uh-oh, sorry everyone, I gotta change the automated messages on Nightbot saying New York City, but I forgot to change the other ones, the manual ones. So thank you for reminding me. Yeah, thank you. It's 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey Dave, let's see here. Nick says, good to see you live. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you for tuning in. How are you doing? Chris, I'm new. Is this live? Chris, well, yes, you're completely new. You never watched an Urbanist video before. Thank you so much for tuning in, Chris. Yes, we saw Bob. Bob is chilling. He's in the shade. He doesn't like the sun. Bob doesn't tan too much. His feet get too red if he tans. Hoff, you don't see the chat. Hoff, I am multi-streaming. YT, FB, and Twitch. 3 places at the same time. And it's done by magic. Or, it's done by me carrying 3 phones. 3 phones at the same time. 3 phones and 3 gimbals. Ricky says, yummy pineapple pizza. Bob is very shy today, yes. I saw a completely albino pigeon on Coney Island. It says B. Griffin. Ooh, those are rare. That's the one that Nikola Tesla fell in love with. Famed inventor and scientist. So if you're curious about the subway stops, there's subway stops all around here in Manhattan. You're not going to be lacking a subway stop in the entire island. So this is the BD, FM, and 7. What is your favorite thing about New York, says Ocho? Ooh, great question. I love the walkability. It's truly a truly a walkable city. And it's pleasant to walk about almost everywhere in Manhattan and many parts of Queens and Brooklyn as well. Very pleasant. So that's what I love most about New York City. It's something that is not so common yet around the world yet, because cities are getting better every single day. So let's check out, before we go to 1 Vanderbilt, let's check out if the library is open. Joseph says, yo, Ariel, thank you so much for last night. My pleasure, Joe. Thank you so much for... So, what's up in Manhattan? I'm from Germany, says Deb. Hey, Deb, nice to see you here. Welcome. I'm glad you're from Germany. Yeah, Manhattan. Things are coming back to normal. It's getting nice. Lovely trees and plants. Yes. Ariel, what's the one thing that hasn't reopened yet that you're looking forward to? To be honest, traveling. Like, as I mentioned, I really want to go to UK and Ireland. But here in New York, you know, nothing is pretty much closed that I miss dearly. But it was nice to casually walk into the library, which is no longer really the case here. Yeah. No longer the case to walk into the library casually. So unfortunately, everyone, it is indeed closed. Imagine if that turns, just like in the movies. It's closed on Sunday. I think it's just closed in general. I don't think they have reopened it yet for people to just casually walk in. David, can you walk by the Harry Potter store? Stay tuned, I'll explore it another day soon. But no, not today, Harry Potter. It's a bit farther away. Andrew says you had to book to get in, yeah, unfortunately. Hey, Yogi Berra, nice to see you here. Ricky says the rent is too expensive in New York. Indeed it is. All right, so unfortunately it is indeed closed. So no library here today. When was it built, Diane? Great question. I covered the history multiple times. I think it was built in the early 1900s. Was it 1907? 1905, I think it was. Yeah, so around 1905, I think it was. Might have finished construction a little bit later. No coins, no. No, because I don't think it's allowed anymore. Why the New York City cabs and why are New York City taxis yellow? Asks McCall. Great question. Yeah, I don't know for sure. That's an excellent question. I don't know why we chose yellow. If anyone knows the answer to that question, do let us know. I always assume visibility might be a reason, but maybe not. So here's the statue of Audrey Mudson. One of the most well-known subjects of statuary here in the US. Here's the backside of the lion. CDMX taxis, yes, taxis in Mexico City were pink. Here they're yellow. And of course in London they're known as being black. So yeah, they all have different colors. Looks like yellow taxis are like origins of pizza. Several theories, but no one knows for sure. Says AR. Thank you so much, AR. Yeah. I think they were multiple colors, but when the medallions system came out, they introduced and the industry consolidated and decided on yellow, says B. Griffin. Yeah. Yeah, so yellow was definitely decided upon at some point. Yeah, when all these companies were consolidated. So as B. Griffin mentioned, New York City used to be a bit kind of mad with taxis. There's so many taxis all around and it was becoming haywire and it was unregulated, so a lot of people sometimes were overcharging and sometimes other companies were massively undercutting other companies, so it ended up becoming a very bad thing for the city. And the city was worried that too many taxis were going to take over the city streets if left unregulated. So they decided to make a specific amount of taxis that could exist at any given point in Manhattan and then I think across the 5 boroughs. So that's why we have a limited amount of taxis, and those taxis have to have a medallion. Medallion is basically that marker that they are official. Uber kind of messed that thing up about 10 years ago. But luckily we are not covered in taxis as New York City originally feared. Oh, there's a Cha-Cha Matcha now here. Famous matcha place. And here we are in the shadow of one Vanderbilt. Medallions used to be worth around $250,000. Yes, that's true.
What? It's like lava?
Ariel, is the MoMA open? Asks Audrey. Great question. Yes, the MoMA has been open for many, many months. It's open almost back to normal. Just get your tickets ahead of time online. Getting tickets online is very easy. And also, most museums are open. The Met Frick, the Met Brewer is open. The Frick is also open. And there's many others. In Edmonton several years ago, someone was charged over $1,000 for an Uber ride. Says Dwayne, no, that sounds bad. I'm watching you on TV on 4K, says Dylan. So cool, Dylan. I hope it's possible to live stream at some point 4K, some point soon. I hope. It's still very hard, but I'm glad you're watching me on the big screen. Mari says, watch my language. Mari, are you asking what is my language? I'm speaking English. I'm speaking American. It's the language we speak in America. Oh, Janice says Frick. Yes, Frick. Frick is the name of a museum. Yeah, it's not to be confused with sometimes how people say the word, the F word, but more cleanly. Sometimes they say Frick. But no, it's the name of a museum. Are you going to the Lower East Side today? Says Pete. No, sticking to this area in Lower Manhattan. Chrysler es un edificio donde funcionan oficinas. It's the Chrysler Building, a place where there's offices. Yo no creo, yo sí, hay oficina ahora mismo. Puede ser que puede cambiar en el pronto porque yo creo que están tratando de vender el edificio. Yo no sé si todavía lo han vendido, pero que yo sepa, ahora mismo son oficinas, pero las partes más arriba yo creo que están vacíos. So the Chrysler Building, I think, was trying to be sold, or they were trying to sell it off recently. I'm not sure if it's sold off yet. I think the top floors are vacant, but the other floors are mostly offices. But that might change. Who knows? The Chrysler Building might become a building that is filled with condominiums at some point. That would be crazy because Woolworth was converted to condominiums, and that is one of the great skyscrapers, historic skyscrapers of New York. But the Chrysler is almost twice as big as the Woolworth. So just imagine this skyscraper becoming condos. Chris says, imagine owning the penthouse of the Chrysler Building. Right. Right, it'd just be mind-blowing. You need a hat with a fan in it, says Diane. Well, it's not that bad. It's only 92 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not that bad. Are there residential places here? So, Dwayne, the Midtown Manhattan is changing pretty radically. Since there's a lot less need for offices, more and more buildings are becoming residential. But the Chrysler, no. The Chrysler still offices. Over here, for example, we see a lot more hotel buildings as well. Beautiful day out. Indeed it is. Daniela says, wow, español. Yes. Yo hablo español muy bien. Soy fluente en el bello lengua de el español. When are you going to the little island? I probably won't be going anytime soon. Watch my colleagues' videos. I just don't like how hard it is to book a ticket in advance. It's crazy. Not quite a fan. Are you planning to visit the vessel, Julie? I have visited many times. Check out my previous videos. Here's Chick-fil-A. Oh, this one's closed now. Uh-oh. I love that Urbanist speaks both languages. I'm so glad. Queremos más español, dice Daniela. Oh, ok, pues puedes preguntar cualquier cosa en español. El show es predominantemente en inglés. Con un poquito de español. Un chin chin en español. Como se dice en Puerto Rico. You may be able to visit other countries soon in Europe. Yes, there's one country in particular that is open in Europe I'm looking forward to. But yes, I hope by mid-July it starts becoming more flexible. Hablas muy bien español, dice Miguel. Qué bien, gracias. Hey. So here is one Vanderbilt. One of the taller buildings now in New York City. Let me know what does it rank now in terms of tall buildings. But a part of the deal in order to build such a huge skyscraper and then buying the air rights of Grand Central they had to build a park. They had to put in money to build this public park. So let's check it out. Ariel, you have great videos. I enjoy them, says Gardman. Oh, Gardman, I'm so glad you do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Chick-fil-A is well known for closing on Sundays. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, yeah. Rafael, thank you so much for letting us know, Rafael. So I love how this counter levers. Yeah, I love how this cantilevers. So the cool thing about this building, it doesn't feel like a huge, massive skyscraper jutting out from the city sidewalk, but it feels open, which is nice. So Daniel Boulud, one of the famous restaurateurs of, I think his namesake restaurant is called Boulud, but I think he also runs Per Se. Do let me know. He's opening up a place here called Le Pavilion. Le Pavilion. Le Pavilion. You gotta say it in French. Hey Amanda, I'm doing well. S Field says it's the 4th tallest building. Thank you so much. 4th tallest building in New York City. So we got we got One World Trade Center first because of the spire. Central Park Tower. Number 3 should be 432 Park Avenue. No, it should be Hudson Yards, maybe. And then 4th is this one. So here we go. A multi-billion-dollar building has built this park. What do you think? What do you think? Multi-billion dollars, and they built this park. Let me know your thoughts. Very clean place. Yeah, it is clean. Let's check out the lobby of One Vanderbilt. Let me peek in. Show it to you from over here. Oh wow, this is nice. I love the use of gold. Very Art Deco of them. Really Art Deco. Panajota says it could have been worse. Yeah, you know, my thoughts on it, it does look pleasant, but you know, if they spend so much money on it, they could at least build something a little bit more artistic, maybe. I don't know, maybe adding a piece of sculpture here, adding benches as well, but New York City is a bit tricky with benches because of issues with homelessness. So yeah, I wish they would have just done something a little bit more kind of avant-garde here. It would have been a great opportunity to put some cool sculpture that maybe would have been somewhat semi-interactive. They're just a few big planters, right. But it's nice that at least they're adding trees. That's nice. So is the building still empty? I would say, yeah, there's a good chance. Though when they build these huge, mega tall skyscrapers, they start selling them off right when they're being constructed. So there's also a good chance that some units are being sold. It's not that many floors as well. Susie, no, this is not Mexico City. So this has very low floors. This is one of the tallest buildings with the fewest floors. And it's not because a mega tall lobby, for example, no. It's because the floors have like crazy high ceilings. So some very high-end offices have bought them. Let me know if you know what companies bought offices here. You can see perspective of how big the floors are right here. Beautiful. I really like this building. I agree with a lot of the people who mentioned in the comments that It is probably one of the better of the modern buildings. And they have this huge plaza or terrace right over here with trees as well. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Is that the restaurant of Le Pavillon? The Pavilion by Daniel Boulud. Hi says I panic if I couldn't open up a window. Right. TD rents a few multiple floors. Yeah, they do. Oh, they added these ceiling fans. Oh, I guess to provide some air. This is nice. Oh, this is nice. Ah. Oh, it feels so cool. Ooh. Great way to cool down from 92-degree weather. We're right by the Grand Central Terminal. We could just keep on walking and not go in. We could do that. But we could also go in. Let me know. What do you think? What should we do in this scenario? We're right by the entrance of Grand Central Terminal. We could just keep going, ignore it, just continue on our way. Or we can peek in. Let me know. And it says, please go in. It's your choice. Let me know. Oh, we got a $5 super chat. I was impressed with your collaboration last night. Good vibes. Looking for Dutch Moz next, says Alex. Alex, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Oh, someone said something very compelling. Tori said, just go to Port Authority bus terminal. Right, Tori, why are we bothering going to Grand Central? We should just go into Port Authority. Way more pleasant station. All right, a lot of people voted to walk in. There's a 3-course prefix at $125 for Daniel Boulud. To be honest, that is a good price. In the middle of Manhattan, a new beautiful skyscraper, that's a good price. All right. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. Ooh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Grand Central Terminal, one of the greatest terminals ever built in the history of mankind. So now they build a new bar here called Cipriani Dolci. Beautiful bar as well. Very nice. Very cool. Let me know what are the prices here. Oh, they have it right here in the menu. They finished the construction. Yeah, no more scaffolding here on the outside. Oh, this is nice. They finally finished the construction. How old is this train station bar? This dates back to 1913. I'm curious about the prices of Cipriani. Let's check it out. Oh. So you can get a burrata for $26. Hamburgers, $35. You know, it's there's not that many. There's no other restaurant option in the middle of this station, so it might be worth it to grab one hamburger with a friend, or I mean, with on a date or something. That'll be interesting. So interesting new restaurant that they built here. Kay says at that price they can keep it. Indeed they can. Indeed. Chris says above my per diem. Indeed. Hello, Felipa. Nice to see you here. Lady Coach Express. Nice to see you here. How's there a coffee stain on the roof? Yeah, so this stain that you're referring to right over here. For many decades, Grand Central Terminal was left uncared for, unkempt. New York City thought it was a blight upon the city, so they wanted to destroy it down to the ground and replace it with a bright new shiny square skyscraper. Also, it was a time where a lot of people were smoking, so there was so much smoke in the air that the tar collected on the ceiling. People can see the mosaic. Then when they started doing the cleaning and the restoration after it became a landmark, they just left this one tiny little piece open or intact to show how bad it used to look like. And that was all cigarette tar. And it's right by the symbol of cancer.
Our mobile ticketing app, NTA eTix, is available now and allows you to purchase Metro North.
Is this the same Cipriani? Yes, it's the same Cipriani. It's the chain.
Free app today.
Tila says Ariel knows all the city secrets. Indeed. I'm glad you think so. Glad to be here, yeah. Trains were also pretty nasty back then. Yes, so even before the 60s, 70s when things got really bad in the station. Trains in the beginning, when the trains were first built here in the teens, they had huge locomotive trains, which would exhaust a bunch of steam and soot onto the entire station. It was very, very nasty. But luckily, right at that time, they didn't need to do that for too long because they started developing electric trains where they can come in without using that huge steam locomotive. That's why in Europe, like in England, UK, specifically in London, this is very obvious, and Paris is very obvious. A lot of the train stations are very open. They're open air. They might have a canopy, a beautiful canopy, but they are open at least on one end. Such as Paddington Station in the UK, it's open on one end. That was needed in order to let the entire station ventilate. But luckily, here in the US, we did not need to do that. And that's why Grand Central is closed. Does Amtrak stop at Grand Central? No, it's Metro North. Not yet, but there are talks of Amtrak, I think, being expanded to Grand Central. It's Metro North. Adam, great question. How many people pass here per day? I think before the pandemic it was 700,000 per day. 700,000. So yeah, Metro North passes through here and connects to the subway. Goes around New York. Thank you for letting us know. B. Griffin says it's $31 from where you are. Yeah, it's pretty expensive to get to Connecticut on these commuter trains. It looks like a Victorian station. Yeah, pretty much inspired by the type of architecture. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Shall we go to New Haven? Shall we go to Stamford? Or maybe we shall go to upstate New York, to White Plains, or to Beacon, New York. Do people use Penn Station more? I think Penn Station is used a lot more. Yeah. Stupid question. Where do you catch the train to live? No, not a stupid question at all. Not a stupid question at all. So the trains are, this is very interesting because usually trains are below the concourse in Europe as well. And that's also to provide more separation between all the soot and grime from these huge locomotive trains. But since they were using new technology back when it was originally built, they made the actual tracks almost in the same level as the concourse. Basically the same level. It just has this tiny ramp. AR left another super chat. Thank you so much, AR, for the other super chat. Most of the lower level food court is closed. It is indeed.
That's what the Chinese.
Susie says, my mom is now in Poughkeepsie. Oh, best wishes. Everyone send your hearts to Susie's mom. She used to watch all the time. I hope she's okay. She's been feeling unwell and had to relocate. So send your hearts to Susie. Susie has been watching Urbanist for years on FB mostly. And her mom was also watching. So send hearts to her. Susie's mom. Hope you feel better. Please show us the Whispering Wall, says Manfred. Alright, let's go downstairs. Is there a Syracuse train? I think there is. No, I don't think it goes that far, no. Oh, Joe Coffee's opened up again. That's good news. Great coffee shop. There's two great coffee shops in Grand Central Terminal. There's Joe Coffee. I think they're about to close right now, actually. And there is Grumpy Cafe. So two great coffee shops here. Is Zaro's inside Grand Central open? Yes, it is. It is open. Zaro's is an excellent bakery in all the major, in the 3 major hubs of transportation in Manhattan. They're all in Penn Station, Grand Central, and Port Authority, and really, really good. So here is the Whispering Walls. This, if you whisper right over here, on the other end, they will be able to hear you. It's really cool. So the sound is carried along the tiling over here. I wish I had like a little device so I could play some music, but I did it. There's a video on it. Check it out. I have it on YT. Check it out. Whispering Walls, Grand Central. Susan says, I heard you here. And yeah, there's echo. If you stand right in the center, there's good echo. That's excellent echo. Hey, Laureen, sending a super chat for the very first time. Thank you so much, Laureen. Laureen has been so kind to sending PayPals. Thank you so much, Laureen. I'm glad you're enjoying the Sunday stroll. Thank you. Is there a whispering for the... Yeah, there is. It's because of how the tiles are made. They echo. Josh says the Central Park Whistlers are back. So now we have multiple people doing it. All right. Susie says, whistling on the next Urbanist album, please. Indeed. Hey, Monica, welcome. Nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well, Monica. B. Griffin says, go through MetLife to a plaza above Grand Central. What plaza are you referring to? That's car traffic. On 48th Street. Okay. How many tracks are here? This is the train station with the most amount of tracks, I think, in the world, if not the US. But I think it is the most amount of tracks in the world. Hey, Monica, thank you so much for the 129 Mexican pesos. Thank you so much. So kind of you. It's equivalent to about $6. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Chris says, what happened to your meetup? Oh, it's on, Chris. Check it out. It's yesterday. It was up. A lot of people saw it. Here is Joe Coffee. Oh, they opened up another kiosk. It was nice. Grand Central has the most platforms with 44. Thank you so much, Chris. Yeah, compared to London, because London has all their train hubs kind of split. So there's a bunch of them. It's King's Cross, Paddington, Euston, etc. So that's why they have very few tracks, each of them. But here we have basically only two major train hubs. Oh, good echo here. The best, cheapest coffee in New York, asked Nick. It is Puerto Rico importers, and they're available in the village, Greenwich Village. They're available in the Greenwich Village, and also they have another one in the East Village, and there's one more location, but it is very inexpensive and it is very good quality coffee. Are you into doing culinary food live videos in New York City like you did in Mexico? Oh, okay, so we have a lot of new people tuning in. Yeah, I've done many live videos of food here in New York City, and basically every city I visit I do food videos. And also I've covered basically every single major attraction in New York City. I've covered it at least once. I've been here dozens of times. So check out my other videos. Some of them are very easy to search. Search Statue of Liberty Urbanist, or search Empire State Building Urbanist, or Rockefeller Center Urbanist, or Williamsburg, Brooklyn Urbanist, and you'll find it. I have a bunch of videos in all these different areas of New York City. All right. Here we got Bob. Decided to invite a few friends, including his albino pigeon friend right over here. And he's hanging out with Ziomata again, right over there. Ziomata. Oh, and I think that's Frank. Yep. Frank is here as well. What did they throw here? Puerto Rico Importers is also in Williamsburg. It is, yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Here's the Chrysler Building. Mikal calls them flying rats. Oh no, Mikal, I disagree with you. They're beautiful creatures. Mikal, look how gorgeous these creatures are. They're very friendly. Oh, we got Penny and Cooper, the copper-colored pigeons as well. Oh wow, we have the entire gang here. Chrysler Building is always epic, no matter when you see it. Right, it's always a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Doves and pigeons are related, yeah. So someone earlier asked me what do I think about Urban Space? Urban Space is a series of food courts here in New York City. There's one behind Grand Central Terminal. I think it's still closed. But they're really good if you want to have some good quality New York City food in the middle of Manhattan. And also, you're in the pinch, you don't want to sit down in a restaurant. So it's a great, great place to go. It's a bit on the expensive side. If you're looking for more budget options, it might not be the best budget options. Does the coffee place ship to UK? I don't think so. I think you'd be hard pressed to find coffee shops that ship all the way internationally. Sometimes you might, but in the UK, I encourage you to find London-based coffee shops. There's so much great coffee in London, at least. Also, when I went to Bristol, I was very pleasantly surprised. Great, great, great city to find some good quality coffee. So if you're based in the UK, you probably can find something good that's local. And in many cities around the world as well. Any idea when Broadway will open? Yeah, September. September is when they decide to open. I think they're already starting to sell tickets for September. And yeah, this is Midtown Comics right over here. One of the more popular comic book stores in New York City. The biggest one is located in Times Square, and this is the one right behind Grand Central Terminal. Ludo says time for some ice cream. So here, food options are far in between, but if you continue walking a little bit further up, there's a lot more great food further uptown here in Manhattan. Hey, Liam says, just left the Upper East Side, 34 degrees out here. Phew, I'm from London, England, live in LIC. Love the video, says Liam. Oh, Liam, thank you so much for a $5 super chat. I appreciate it. When he asks if I'm tired, yeah, feel a little bit sleepy. After walking a lot in the heat, I guess one needs a good nap. But let me know if you want to see anything else from this area. I'll point out one last building over here that's very gorgeous. And on Wednesday, 1 p.m., there's going to be a really epic episode in Long Island. We're going to explore Port Jefferson, and it's going to be really fun because we're collaborating with Discover Long Island, which is their tourism board. So we're going to see cool restaurants, we're going to see how boats are made, and also we're going to have some good cocktails. So stay tuned for that at 1 p.m. Wednesday for a nice Long Island expedition. So this is one of the more beautiful buildings in New York City right over here, in my opinion. And that is, used to be, I think, the RCA building, was it? Yeah, I think it was the RCA building. And on top, they have this kind of Art Deco, Native American sculpturary on top. Really cool looking. Liam says, I can see my office. Oh, that's so cool, Liam. I'm glad you can. It looks like a tower. Yeah, it's probably one of the cooler looking towers. Art Deco here in New York City, made out of stone as well. It's such a beauty, yeah. Hard to see it when you're on ground level, but from this perspective you can see it clearly. The on the other side it's hard to see it, so this is probably the only perspective you can see the full building right in front of us. Isn't that the Waldorf Astoria? So the Waldorf Astoria is right next to it. This is the Waldorf Astoria. Yep, this one. This is RCA, that's Waldorf. So we see both of them. The bat light shines from there, says Chris. It looks like a building that Batman would hang out in. AR, thank you so much for a $5 super chat. Reggie says, can me and my son come chill with you? I'm always happy to say hi, but no, I don't allow people to follow me around while I'm doing a live video. But I'm always happy to say hi for a few seconds. And Reggie, I'm so glad you and your son are enjoying my videos. And what about when you yawn while walking in bed? What are you referring to, Stu? All right, everyone. Thank you so much for today. I hope you enjoyed this nice 1 hour and 20-minute walk around Manhattan. Things are seeming to come back to normal, especially in the tourist areas. Office areas are quiet, but it's because it's Sunday. And New York City, a lot of things are open, so it is an absolutely beautiful area to walk around and have some fun. I hope you enjoy it, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. And I'll be doing a special Q&A as well on, I'll announce it soon, the Q&A, because I did not do a philosophical chat on the first Friday, so we're going to reschedule it. Also, Urbanist Insiders Club, get access to a special bonus private Q&A / inside look into the next Urbanist album. That is on Friday at 4 p.m. So stay tuned, Super Urbanists out there, Friday 4 p.m. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much, AR, for the other $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Have a good day, everyone.